Hello everybody and welcome back to a brand new episode on my channel. I can't say top drives because we are not doing a top drives thing today, because obviously I can't play the challenges because you can play 3 rounds in a row and then you have to wait. I can't really make a video on that, can I? So we kind of have to have some substitute videos, and today we have higher or lower Blocket edition with Leo. Hello Leo.
Help, he's holding me here against my will. I don't know how much longer I have to live.
Okay. Hello. So, to everybody who doesn't know what Blocket is, do you want to educate the viewers, Leo?
Well, see, so I would love to. However, I also happen to fall into that category, so why don't you try it?
Yeah, right. Okay. So if you buy a car on, like, let's say you buy a car online, where do you buy it?
I would just looking through listings, right? I would usually go to like Auto Tempest in the US, because that searches through all of the major listing sites, cars.com, car gurus, that kind of stuff. And it also hits like Craigslist and I think now Facebook Marketplace too. But like
Craigslist.
I guess, yeah.
This might be like Craigslist. This might be very similar to Craigslist, because you can put whatever you want up on the.
Yeah, it's just like a website that people throw up ads on, and
you sell whatever,
sell
right?
Stuff. Yeah. Okay, I see what's happening.
Yeah, okay, so that's what we are doing. We're doing a Blocket edition, which is like, it's like Swedish like marketplace for whatever you want to put, right?
Yeah. Okay.
And you are going to guess which car is the higher price.
Oh baby! Oh man!
And
okay. This is gonna be fun.
This is list price, bear in mind, but I've made sure to only include listings of people who have sold at least one item on Blocket before.
Okay, so it has a less chance of being a scam.
Right, but it does not necessarily need to mean that they have sold a car.
Right.
Because they could
have
just.
It also doesn't mean that they've listed it at a sane price either.
And I've tried to cross-coordinate prices with other marketplaces just to make sure that it's like in the ballpark, because obviously I'm not the end-all be-all of car prices, but I'm like.
What? You're not?
I tried to cross-reference it to other Swedish sites, and it seems like I've gotten some good prices, so it's gonna be interesting.
Okay, all right. I'm excited, because this is, to give the viewers some context here. I had no idea what I was getting myself into, and I said, Android hits me up. He's like, "Hey, you want to make a video?" And I was like, "Yeah, okay. What is it?" And he didn't tell me. So I'm finding out like as you guys are.
Right. So I don't think there would be anybody better to do a car like challenge that I know, right?
Okay.
So therefore,
I hope to live up to that.
I'm thinking you're gonna do well here, but also I would like to, before this starts, keep in mind these prices are Swedish, right?
Right.
That's something you need to keep in mind. And also, I've translated all the prices, final prices, to the USD, so you will always see it in your currency, so you can kind of be like, oh, what? Why is that so pricey and so on? Yeah. So you want to start off with the first prompt?
Oh man, I've never been more ready. Let's go.
Here you go.
Oh baby. Well, right off the bat, I'm gonna guess that the truck is more expensive.
Okay.
Just because the A3 I know is something that would have been sold there.
Mm-hmm.
Like new. I don't think the truck would have been sold new. If it was a niche vehicle and not something people bought a lot. Mm-hmm. Whereas the A3 is just a standard smallish hatchback, right?
Right.
The A3 looks like it's probably like a 2010, 2012, something in there, about 10 years old. So a 10-year-old family hatchback would not be that expensive. And the 6.2 is a pretty decent engine in the truck. Plus, it's probably a U.S. import. So I'm going to say the truck is probably more expensive. Like if I had to guess, I would say like, depending on the spec of the A3, of course, maybe that would be like $5,000 to $7,000.
Okay.
The truck maybe 10 to 12.
Okay. Okay. I also want to tell you one more thing, and that is that when we have a yearly tax on cars in Sweden.
Yeah.
But when a car is 30 years old or older, that tax gets voided completely.
Okay, so that truck is pretty close to that, if not already into it.
It's probably past it, because it would need to be from 1992 or older, right, to pass.
Yeah, and I think they made that body style into like the mid-90s.
Okay,
if
so
I'm not mistaken.
Okay. Yeah, might not be yet then.
I don't know the year without the ad telling me. But if it's not into it, it's close.
It doesn't really add so much to value, but I just wanted to give you a heads up about that.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, sense. You said 9K for the Audi and 12K for the truck, correct?
I said like 5 to 7 for the Audi.
5 to 7 for the Audi.
And 10 to 12.
10 to 12 for the truck. Okay. Let's see.
Oh wow.
So you were correct.
But I had okay. See, so that's kind that might be like that might be an effect of the pricing over here, because a truck from that age in that good of shape would be a lot more expensive here.
Okay, interesting. That's very interesting, since it's an American.
We kind of have like the truck culture,
Yeah.
I use the word culture rather loosely, of course, but those are sought after, especially in that condition. It looks like a nice spec too.
That's interesting. But yeah, cars kind of cheap here then, from what we are gathering from this.
Yeah. The hatchback, the Audi, right, I was thinking would be a little more, just because like in the US, like the kind of, I guess the analog to that kind of family hatchback thing would be like a mid-sized sedan, right? Like a Passat or a Honda Accord, Toyota Camry.
Yeah.
And something like that would be probably $5,000 to $7,000 for a decent one.
Yeah. I'm sorry for the beeping, everyone. Give me 1 second.
All right.
I'm so sorry about that. I was skin trading in the background and I forgot to cancel. I'm super sorry about that, guys. But now we can continue. And Leo, you were correct. But can you see how close the prices were, right?
Yeah, I do. And that's kind of crazy. But hey, you know what? This will be a fun challenge.
Yeah, I'm doing you a little dirty with those prices. Like, it's difficult.
Yeah. So this is telling me that everything may not be as it seems.
Right.
So that'll be cool. This will be fun.
You ready for number 2?
Oh, dude, I absolutely am. Let's go. Oh, boy.
Okay, tell me what you see here.
Well, I see a questionable van.
Yeah, okay.
And a small Toyota.
Yes, okay. Now, I can tell you the flavor text of the Caddy says that it has a new kamrem, which is frame strap, right?
Okay, interesting.
Wait. No, cam belt.
Cam belt. Okay, sorry, timing belt, probably.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's a good thing to have done, because, obvious reasons. I would still expect the Toyota to be worth a little more, though. Just because it looks a lot newer. Like the Volkswagen's probably early 2000s, I want to say. And the Toyota probably at least 2015 or so.
Yeah.
So I would say maybe $4,000 for the Toyota and like $3,000 for the Volkswagen.
Okay, interesting. I like the pricing. Let's see if you're
I'm not as confident in this one as I was in the last one, which, considering how off I was with the numbers, might be a good thing.
Let's see. You were correct.
Okay.
What do you think of the pricing?
Well, so the Volkswagen definitely seems high to me. Because in the US, a similar thing would be like, you know, like a GMC 1500 or Savannah van, right? And those would not be $5,000 for one from the early 2000s. But the Toyota's new enough that that price makes sense.
Yeah,
I don't know the exact year, but I'm guessing it's just a little newer than I was thinking.
Think it was 2016.
Okay, so I was pretty close, actually. Huh.
Yeah. I'm not sure, though. It's been a couple of days since I did this, so...
Okay. Very cool.
Well, once again, you're right. You're 2 for 0.
I'll take that.
And we move on to the third challenge.
Oh, yeah. Here we go. Huh.
So we have 2 SUVs.
Yeah, from similar eras, too, it looks like.
Right.
The RAV4 is probably 2010 or so, and the Volvo probably, like 13 maybe. Volvos are more common there than
true.
Realistically anywhere else in the world.
That's very true.
And I think Toyotas are a little less common in Europe as a whole than they are, again, probably anywhere else in the world. Huh. See, this one's interesting. Because I'm thinking, right, like the Toyota might have a little bit of, like, additional price just because it's not something you might necessarily see every day.
Yeah.
But I would think the Volvo might be a little more expensive too because it's a much, like, it's a class above, you know.
Right, it is indeed. It's also interesting because you can see the Volvo is clearly a private listing whilst the Toyota is from a dealer. Yeah.
Yeah. You know what? I'm going to say the Toyota's more expensive. And I think they're both probably in the neighborhood of 6,000 or so.
Okay. Interesting. Let's see if you're correct.
Oh, man. Let's see. Oh, wow. Okay.
So the Volvo was more expensive.
Fair enough. Not by a ton. So.
No, it's very close. You think the prices are overshot?
It depends on what year. For the Toyota, definitely. For the Volvo, I guess I expect it to depreciate a little more.
I think it was 2012, the Volvo.
Okay. Yeah, I guess I would have expected it to depreciate a little more, but you know, I am not displeased by being wrong on this one because I think it really could have gone either way.
Yeah.
If Toyotas are actually not that common there.
Yeah, I don't know about that. I think they're kind of common. Like, I see a lot of Toyotas, but mostly newer ones, I guess. An older RAV4 is something that I don't see every day, I must say.
Gotcha. Yeah, here they're all over the place. So.
You see the Subaru in the background? Is that a Subaru?
I do. Yeah, it's a, let's see, for Europe, that would be an 03 to 06 Outback.
Okay, interesting. Maybe there are some Subarus in the future that you can snipe.
Perhaps. All right, dude, I'd be down.
You ready for round 4?
Oh yeah, let's go. Oh baby, dude, those vans. Oh man, they're the ultimate road trip vehicle.
Oh yeah, I've heard.
Only if you find one that hasn't been completely destroyed by children.
Oh, okay.
And they're really hard to find that way because all of them were. But man, if you get a clean one, they're good for road tripping. Anyway, and the Saab is cool too, I guess. Oh man. Let's see. So GM Saab. So I don't know how the perception of GM Saab is in Sweden, but
I couldn't tell you.
Here it's generally they're good, but they were better when they weren't GM.
I see.
So, let's see, 9.3. I don't know how common minivans are in Sweden.
They're common, but not from an American brand. You don't see that often at all.
Okay. I expected at least not from an American brand. I would say the Saab is like, the Saab should be nicer. Plus, it's a turbo. It looks pretty clean. I'm gonna say the Saab is more expensive.
Okay.
Probably both around $4,000, maybe. The minivan is clean though, so I wouldn't be surprised if I were wrong. Because usually, like, you only see that gen of minivans like completely rusted out.
Yeah, I see.
Just nasty in here. So
okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna say the Saab is more expensive, but
and
I'd be happy to be wrong.
4,000 around.
Yeah, about that.
Okay, let's see.
Let's see. Oh my god. What is wrong with that Saab that it's so cheap?
Actually, not many things are usually wrong with this era Saab. You often see go from around 500 to $1,000.
Oh man, both of those would be easy $4,000 cars in the U.S.
Maybe I should start a flipping business.
Maybe. I mean, if they're not 25 years old, you can't send them to the U.S. So.
Well then it's hard to start a flipping business.
Perhaps,
but yeah, you wouldn't expect the Saab to be $454, huh?
No, I wouldn't, because they're not that common over here. So I'm used to even like it looks clean, right? A clean turbo Saab would not be under like $3,000 unless it had something seriously wrong with it.
No, it passed the the auto inspection you have to do every year. It already passed for this year. I mean for next year even, for 2023. So
very cool. Hey, you know what? I'm happy to be wrong because I think those vans are cool, and that's a pretty clean one. It looks like so.
Yeah, 1,800, not bad.
Not bad at all. No.
All right. Well, there you go. So you're 2 correct and 2 wrong, right?
Yep, 2 and 2 so far.
And you're ready for round 5?
I am.
Okay, let's see.
Let's go. Oh God. Oh jeez. Okay, well, this is something, isn't it?
So we have 2 cars with niches. We have, first of all, it says only 429 mile, which 1 mil.
Yeah, so it's basically new, right?
1 mil is 10 kilometers in Sweden.
Oh, okay.
So it would be how much, like 2,500 miles or something?
Yeah, so basically new. Like, it's not a ton.
Yeah, and then you have the Tesla with the free supercharger, right?
Yeah.
You get free electric, charging forever, and power is expensive right now in Europe.
Okay. Huh. Well, I hope you can't hear that lawnmower.
A little bit, but it's not too bad.
Well, that's good because they're doing it.
But I was gonna say that's America, right? We get an extra authenticity spike of America.
That's right, something like that. Okay, so I'm thinking, oh man, I don't know how bad the markups are on the Civics there. I know the Civic Type Rs get pretty nasty markups in the US just because they're sought after.
Right.
It looks like wonder what year that Tesla is. Because I think that probably determines it. It looks like maybe a 2016 to 18.
I think it was 15 even.
Okay. In that case, I'm going to say the Civic is probably listed for more.
Mm-hmm. And your price guesses?
Maybe $30,000 for the Civic. No, it wouldn't be that cheap, would it? Probably $45,000 for the Civic and maybe $40,000 for the Tesla.
Okay, interesting. So you think the Civic expensive?
Yeah. Right. At least based on what we see in the US.
Let's have a look.
Okay. Huh. Not bad. So, I was pretty close on the Tesla's price.
Yeah, you were. You were very, very close. Now,
I guess, you know what? I guess the hype for that Civic kind of died off since the new gen came out, right? Because that's the previous gen still, right?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And I think also like the Teslas have just shot up in price, the ones that get free power right now.
Yeah.
So they were Model S's from 2015. They were around like 27 to 30,000.
Huh. Okay.
So they've gone up quite a bit
Interesting.
because it's free power forever, you know. So.
Gotcha. Yeah. Here they don't hold their value that well because they're like sure they're trendy and everything, but they're not that good for like driving any real distance.
Right.
So
yeah, that's difficult in America, right? That's
yeah,
tough. That's tough.
yeah, and I would expect a Type R to be with such low mileage to be listed a little higher than that.
Yeah.
Here. So
interesting.
Okay.
So
I'll chalk that up to a difference in the market.
The game is beating you out now, 3-2.
Yep. That's okay.
You ready for number 6?
I am. Let's go.
Let's do it.
We'll get there eventually. Oh boy. Well.
So what do you see?
Well, I see 2 vehicles that I wish I didn't.
Nice.
Let's see what. Huh. Well, the truck is like a 19 plus, I want to say. So that's a pretty new truck. High Country is a pretty high trim. Okay. All right. This is awful because it depends so heavily on options for both of them. Like, you can get a stripper truck, right? Which that obviously isn't because it's a High Country. But like both of these have such absurd price ranges.
Yeah. Difficult one.
Panamera is probably, I would guess, like maybe 2018, 2019 model.
Yeah, it was something like that. I think these were the same year.
Okay, so probably both 2019. I would guess the Porsche is just off of lease, maybe. I don't know. This is, oh man. I'm going to say the Porsche is slightly more expensive.
Okay.
Because the truck culture does not seem to be present there. But I have no idea on what either of these would actually be listed for.
Okay, you gotta give a guess though.
Okay, the Porsche I would say would probably be like 120 grand new. Okay. 3 years old, I'd say maybe 60 grand. And that would be like a 70 grand truck. But 3 years old, probably here at least, like probably still like 50, 60 grand.
Okay, so it's close. You think it's very close?
I think it's close, but I think the Porsche is probably listed for a little more.
All right, and they're around 50, 60,000.
Yeah, in there, sure.
Okay, let's see.
Let's see. Oh wow. Okay.
So we have the truck beating out the Porsche.
So the truck probably based on rarity and being high trim then.
Probably, yeah.
It's not something you see there very often.
I sure have never seen one of those.
Okay. I mean, they're everywhere here, man. They're just all over the place.
Yeah, I would imagine that, you know? Like, everybody just gets a big truck, right?
Yeah.
And then the Porsche Panamera, I don't know why it keeps value, because I think it's, like you said, around 120 grand new, right?
Yeah. I wouldn't expect it to keep that much value, like, for so long, because they're pretty notorious for depreciating quickly here. The Panameras specifically, along with like, you know, like the Audi A7, I guess the 5 Series is the closest BMW has, you know, that kind of thing. Usually depreciate. Like they will lose half their value within like 3-ish years.
Yeah.
So.
Well, game kicking you 4-2 now.
Yeah, it started out great, and then, well, here we are.
you have 10 rounds, so you still have a redemption arc available
All
here.
Right. Let's go. I'll just do it.
Round number 7.
How hard could it be? Ooh, okay. Interesting. This is a... What the hell? Now this is wild because I feel like did they sell that? Is that Cadillac like was that sold new in Sweden? Do you know?
I don't think so. I wouldn't imagine.
Okay. Huh. Because I know they sold some, like, but
it does have Swedish plate though. Like
yeah.
The American cars that are imported often have the like small American plate.
Right.
So that's
Okay.
interesting. Maybe then. I genuinely don't know. I'm sorry.
That's interesting because the only thing I could the Volvo's a lot newer.
Yeah,
Like
it's
at minimum a late 2000s, probably early 2010s.
It's the first ever C30, I believe, which would mark it as a 2009, I think.
Okay.
And then the Cadillac, I don't know when it's from.
The Cadillac is early mid 2000s.
Okay.
Oh man, this is interesting. I'm gonna say the Volvo probably holds its value a little better because it's Sweden. And like you guys seem to like those quite a bit.
All right.
And the Cadillac is old. Probably not common, but probably not sought after now or when it was new.
Right.
I'm gonna say the Volvo is more expensive. The Volvo maybe $5,000. The Cadillac maybe $4,000.
Okay. Interesting. Let's have a look.
Cadillac that high due to rarity.
You were right on the Cadillac.
Okay.
But the Volvo cheapo.
Volvo fell. Wow.
I think it's because we have so many of them here, you know?
Yeah, that could be. I gotta start because in the US, like Volvos are like, driven by college professors, right?
Right, yeah, or psychopaths in every movie. In every movie, the killer has a Volvo.
Exactly. Whereas, like, and we're, I'm sure there it's like, like a compact Chevy would be here. Just kind of a cheap beater.
Right, it's always there. Always a Volvo everywhere. So that's 5-2 now from the game, but I like how you got the Cadillac down pat. You got the correct value of that one.
Yeah. Huh.
It's very interesting.
Very interesting.
Okay,
it is.
So at best now you can tie the game, right?
Okay. Well, we'll see. We'll see what happens, man. I started out so well.
Yeah.
How it's fallen. Oh no.
Round number 8 coming up.
Okay. Oh god.
So we have old versus new.
Oh boy. Well, this is very firmly out of my area of expertise.
Yeah, I kind of put it in because of that.
Okay.
I thought like this is something like Germans know, and that's it, right?
Yeah. Yeah, basically. I'm gonna say that the new is more expensive. Just because I'm pretty sure the GT3 RS is the top one, right? I think so. And I'm pretty sure the Vicek package is a bit on top of that even.
Okay.
And I think that's more, but I also know that the vintage Porsches have been going up quite a bit recently. However, I don't think that the Cabrio would be the sought after version. So I don't think it's quite rivaling a new GT3 RS.
Okay. And what do you think in terms of price?
Oh god, I have no idea. Maybe like 250 for the GT3 RS and like 150 for the
classic,
the old one. Yeah.
Okay.
I have no idea.
Let's see. But you're thinking the new one is more expensive, correct?
Yes, I am.
Yes. Let's have a look. That is such
that
a good guess, man.
Dude, how is it that the only one that I like have no idea on
you get
is the only one I get like perfect?
Spot on.
Jeez.
Perfect.
Okay.
That's crazy, dude. That is just perfect guesses. Oh my god.
Oh,
well, there you go. You take in on the game. 5-3 now.
All right. Game thought it could get one over on me. I say nay.
All right, you ready for round 9?
Oh yeah, let's go. Oh god, a destroyed Mercedes.
Okay.
Or a Volvo.
So context here: the Mercedes is avställd. What does it mean? Like it's put off. They don't drive it.
Right, not on the road.
Yeah, because it's broken, and they can't even get it to the auto test. The Volvo, they got through the auto test, and they had one minor fault that they need to fix for the next auto test.
Okay. Okay. Well, Volvos are dirt cheap, and that one has an issue. And the Mercedes looks like a good classic project. So I'm going to say the Mercedes is more expensive.
Okay.
Volvo maybe $500.
Okay.
Mercedes probably $2,000.
All right. Let's see if you're correct.
Really?
You were right on the Volvo.
Jeez. See, like even like that kind of Mercedes would absolutely be like just because it's so old. Even though it's so old and isn't working, right?
Yeah.
It would still be a couple grand in the US because it would be a restoration candidate.
That's
given that the
interesting.
sheet metal looks like it's in decent shape, right? That's the most important part. Whereas the Volvo, assuming in the context of like just a cheap 20-ish year old domestic car, would be about with a couple issues would be around 500, maybe $1,000 in the US. Huh. Interesting. I definitely expected the Mercedes to be more than that.
And looking at these cars, I think if I didn't know the prices, I would have guessed like you.
Okay.
Honestly.
Well, that's good that the game got one over on you too, and you even made it.
So yeah.
Got him.
So 6-3 is the scoreline moving into the last round. Are you ready for it?
I am. The game won though.
Yeah, they did.
Bastard.
Yeah, that's me. I'm the game maker.
Yeah, the bastard.
Yep. Apparently, my mother is not my mother.
Damn. Sorry you had to find out like this.
I'm devastated. All right. Moving on.
All right. Oh boy. Okay.
So the flavor text for the Bentley says, "Look at the video." So I looked at the video, and it's just a video of it driving around.
Okay, well it works. That's good. And it is old. However, I know the market is nuts on the 0506 Ford GTs recently, and that is 1200 HK like horsepower.
Yes.
Okay, so seems to be pretty extensively modified.
Yep.
I'm gonna say the Ford is more expensive.
Okay.
Just because I don't see the Bentley being more than like 200 grand.
Okay.
And I don't see the Ford being less than like 200 grand.
Okay.
I'm gonna say maybe 350 for the Ford and 150 for the Bentley.
Okay.
I think this one's gonna be the biggest gap.
Let's have a look.
Indeed. Wow. Okay.
So the
Impressive.
Ford, you were kind of right? You said 350. It's very close.
Yeah. I was thinking like 350 to 500, somewhere in there. But the thing is, I don't know the market there enough to know if the modifications bring the value up or down.
Right.
So it looks like they brought it down a little less than I would have expected. Which is fair. I mean,
then the
1200
Bentley
horsepower is 1200 horsepower.
What do you think of this Bentley for $600,000?
Well, I mean, it's old, so once it gets that old, it's kind of, especially if it's in good shape, it's kind of whatever someone's willing to pay, right?
Yeah.
But I don't see it selling at that price.
I actually had, because I was kind of skeptical about this too. I thought that pricing was kind of rubbish, right? So I had looked at their page, the people, and they have sold copious of classic vehicles for similar prices.
Huh.
Which is interesting.
Okay.
I wonder who is buying those in Sweden, because I don't know. I've never been to. The closest thing to a classical car meet I've been to is like a Corvette specific meet where there were Corvettes throughout every generation.
Right.
But I have never been to a classic meet, so I wonder where all of these cars are, you know. And
yeah, that's interesting, because I guess, I don't know, Bentley probably didn't make that many cars back in the day, did they?
That might be it.
That might be it.
Although I didn't see a singular Bentley, I must say. I didn't see a singular Bentley from the sold cars. There were a bunch of old Ferraris. There was an old Peugeot. There was a really, really old Mercedes from the 20s or something.
Okay, cool.
But yeah, I didn't see anything that looked exactly like this. But I just thought, with that many sales, I feel comfortable with putting it in. You know,
that's fair. Yeah, and that's also the kind of market that like is so hard to predict, too,
right?
You know?
It's just the people with so much money, I guess.
Yeah,
and they just buy what they like.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you did.
Makes sense.
I still think you did good, because many cars you nailed the price on, right?
Mm-hmm.
And
yeah, like, I'm not upset by any of it. I really think a lot of it was just differences in market between the U.S. and Sweden.
Right.
Which,
and
you know, I know what I know. I don't know what I don't, right? So, can only get so far.
Let's see. You guys at home, I hope you played along. How many did you get? Post in the comments, and don't cheat. Okay? Post in the comments how many you got. Did you do better than Leo? Did you do worse than Leo? It will be interesting to see.
It will. Yeah, definitely do that. How did I do? I don't know. I think I did okay.
Yeah, I think so too.
I like the numbers don't tell the whole story.
That is very true.
You know, I think that
it's so region based, and it's also based on like different, like there are so many different perimeters to selling a car, you know.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, hey, you know what? Maybe I'll put something like this together for you.
Oh, so you will? That would be so fun.
Absolutely destroyed by
Dude,
the American market.
I would love that. Honestly, I would really like to play that.
Would the viewers like that? Comment
right. Would
drop
you like?
Comment, drop a like. Hit the subscribe button. I'm doing the YouTuber thing.
Good
Just helping? I hope so.
I am, however, not gonna set a like goal for this video, because when we make videos together, Leo, they get like 500 views, and that's it.
Oh, man. Oh, that's so sad. But I better see at least 500 likes then. I'll do it. I got no fear.
Yeah, but I hope you enjoyed this video. I know it's a different video than the normal Top Drives content, but as I said previously and when we started the video, I can't really make Top Drives content when there's nothing to make a video on, right? So therefore,
come on, man.
I should sit in the main menu for 10 minutes.
Oh yeah, main menu ASMR.
So yeah, well, I hope you enjoyed this, and as you heard, Leo has a very interesting idea, so please let us know in the comment section if you would like to see something like that. And that is pretty much all we had for you in today's episode. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed it, Leo. How would you rate your experience out of 10?
Dude, that was like really fun. I would probably say like, I'll give it a 9, just because there's always. I hesitate to rate anything perfect, but that was really fun.
That's good. That's the point of it, for it to be really fun. Well, thank you for watching, guys. Until next time, stay safe, have a good one, take care of one another, and goodbye.
Goodbye.